Thanks for inviting us in. It's 5 o'clock. I'm Scott Swan in tonight for Felicia.
I'm Anne-Marie Tiernan. That silver alert was also for their parents. Those parents did not have custody of the kids. And now the parents are under arrest. They're in Texas and they're waiting extradition to come back here to Indianapolis. Now, in the last 2 hours, our Marina Silver spoke to the sheriff about the standoff that went down there that led up to the arrest.
Yeah, Marina, what did they have to say?
Well, you guys just saw that video and you can see those kids clinging to those Texas Rangers. Now, I did speak with the Frio County Sheriff's Office, who says that after 5 days, that silver alert for the Terrell kids is canceled. And what he says, what matters the most is that the kids have been found and they're safe.
It's an extreme relief of stress and anxiety.
3 kids now safe in the custody of the Texas Department of Children. Frio County Chief Deputy Peter Salinas, who was at the standoff Tuesday night, says the Terrell children were found at a motel in Pearsall, Texas, a town about 50 miles from San Antonio.
Of course, when you see that they're healthy and that they're out and they're being escorted by our officers, just to know that all of our efforts, all of our combined efforts with so many agencies working together, be it state, local, and federal, we were able to make it get a good resolution.
On July 4th, IMPD issued a silver alert for the children. It said they were likely with their non-custodial parents, Willie and Jessica Terrell. Police believed they were in danger because they did not have their medication. Court documents say the kids' grandfather had custody of them. He took the children to a restaurant to visit their parents on July 4th. When he went to the restroom, documents say video surveillance shows the parents leaving with the children. Officer Tommy Thompson with IMPD says a silver alert was needed.
Based on the fact that these are children, non-custodial abduction, we care about all children, and in this instance, this was not right. And that's what we cared about.
Authorities tracked the couple after court documents show Willie called his therapist and said the family was on their way to Mexico. And he wanted the FBI to investigate why his children were taken from him. Frio County, where the family was found, is about 100 miles from the Mexico border. Chief Deputy Salinas says police tried to pull Willie over on Tuesday. He then led police on a pursuit to the family's motel room, where a standoff took place. Negotiators were brought in.
They had them on the phone for hours and hours on end trying to figure out what we needed to do or what we could do for them to get them to bring a peaceable end to this situation.
Almost 8 hours later, the family came outside peacefully and the children were safe. And the kids are in the custody of a State Department. And once again, we want to emphasize they have been medically cleared. We're waiting to hear back about reunification efforts back here in Indy. Now, as for the parents, while they have not been charged, they have been taken into custody and we are waiting for extradition back here to Indy as well.
Yeah. All right, Marina, thanks for the update. Happening tomorrow, an emergency hearing for a former Colts player and his wife that are both fighting to get out of jail.
Daniel and Kristen Muir will appear in a Cass County courtroom again, where their attorneys will request the judge set bail for them. The two are being held in Logansport without bond tonight after police arrested them for obstruction of justice in the search for their teenage son.
The dad, Daniel, also faces a charge of domestic battery, accused of abusing his son.
Well, tonight at 5 o'clock, we're seeing power companies make progress as they work to restore electricity across central Indiana.
We had gusty winds, and earlier today there were thousands of people without power around the Kokomo area. Now, Duke Energy and on their website shows that there's about 400 customers without power after that really gusty, windy morning.
We also checked AES Indiana. They found about 250 customers across Indy without power right now, and Indiana Michigan Power shows about 52 customers without electricity in our area as well. And we're also getting a look at the damage the wind caused. Check this out. These are photos from Judith Gill. This shows a tree that came down in her yard in Muncie.
Angela had predicted just that we were going to have these gusty winds. Things have pretty much cleared out by now, Angela. I understand there's some like pop-up storms that you see on radar?
Yeah, just a few. We had one roll through downtown at about 4 o'clock this afternoon. I've got a few in the western part of the state, but most of central Indiana getting a chance to dry out as the winds will eventually diminish over the next several hours. Temperatures right now in the upper 70s and low 80s. We have 83 in Indianapolis, 79 Carmel, 79 Tipton, and 80 degrees with a mix of sun and clouds over Bunker Hill. We do, as Ann pointed out, still have a couple of spotty showers. The steadiest is in the western part of the state. This has had a little bit of lightning with it, so just be weather aware. We may have to move those outdoor plans inside if you're in this area, say from Rockville over toward Clinton. This is tracking off to the south. We did have that cell roll through Marion County. We are clear across Marion County with just a little bit of rain to the southwest of Shelbyville, but most of central Indiana is going to be dry this evening and relatively mild. Most of us will spend the evening in the 70s.
All right, thanks so much, Angela. And don't forget, you can keep track of any weather changes by going to the Live Doppler 13 weather app. It's a free download. You can find it in your phone's app store.
Some wild video shows the moments a car slams into an East Side restaurant, and right now IMPD is out there investigating.
This happened just a few hours ago on East Washington and Keystone. Lauren Kostick joining us live from the scene, and I understand, Lauren, that this crash narrowly missed someone who was walking along the sidewalk there.
And Scott, that is right. It was a very close call here on East Washington Street, and this is the restaurant here. Within the last few minutes, a company showing up, some crews showing up, starting to clean up a lot of the damage left. You got bricks on the ground, you got the windows here, and this was the front wall of the building, now just in pieces, in bags, as they work to clean a lot of this up. And again, this happened here on the busy Washington Street, not too far from Keystone Avenue on the east side. And I want to show you some of that surveillance video we just received in the last few hours. Take a look. You can see the car veering off Washington Street before losing control and driving straight into the building. And if you look closely at the upper left side of your screen, you can see that car. It nearly missed someone in an electric wheelchair before smashing into this building. And then people nearby rushing in to help those two in the car. But we did learn from, according to Indianapolis Fire Department, that the driver was a 22-year-old with a learner's permit, and apparently she was test driving a dealership car with a licensed passenger. And she told IFD she was making a right turn onto Washington from Keystone when she lost control before hitting this building. And at the time, thankfully, no one was inside the restaurant, we are told. But again, like I said, in the last few minutes, a company has arrived here at East Washington Street, starting to clean this up, trying to saw up this wall, the front wall that was knocked down, these windows. It's going to take a lot of time. Also, IMPD is investigating this tonight, along with IFD. But it is just going to be a long time before they make repairs for this small business and that they're able to reopen. But Ann and Scott, the good news tonight is that no one was hurt in this incident.
Yeah, that is the good news. Lauren Kostick reporting here in Indianapolis. Thanks so much. We've got an update for you tonight on two separate shootings involving IMPD officers.
We now know the names of the officers involved in these incidents. 8-year veteran Dustin Purvine and 14-year veteran Peter Tomlinson fired their weapons back on July 2nd. They were at the scene of a reported shooting.
IMPD told us the man pointed his gun at them several times before the officers fired at him. He was taken to the hospital in critical condition. You remember back on June 25th, 4-year veteran Edward Lenane shot and killed a man accused of trying to kill his wife. A Lawrence police officer also fired their weapon.
She tells 13 News her husband pointed a gun at her head and pulled the trigger, but the gun did not fire. Metro police say he also took a woman hostage in an apartment before officers got inside and then shot him.
Tonight, a mom is pleading for information about who killed her 36-year-old daughter.
Police are investigating her daughter's death as a homicide, but are saying little else about the case. Rich Nye today talked to this grieving family, very desperate for details.
36-year-old Tara Capps was reported missing by her family on June 30th. A week later, her mother found Tara's body here in this wooded area in a plastic tote.
Tara was beautiful, beautiful inside and out.
Virginia Summers told me that her daughter sometimes lived on the streets. The area where her body was found has several homeless campsites hidden in the woods along Pleasant Run at Keystone Avenue on the near southeast side. Police are not releasing any details of their investigation, but Tara's death is ruled a homicide.
It's just awful. I don't wish this upon any family. She didn't deserve it. Didn't deserve it. I hope we do get justice.
Summers says she reported Tara missing after hearing rumors about something happening to her. Tara's remains were found Sunday morning. Tara Capps was the mother of 5 of her own children. In Indianapolis, Rich Knight, 13 News.
So if you have any information about what happened to Tara Capps, you're urged to call Crime Stoppers. That number right there, we're going to put on the screen, is 317-262-TIPS. Also, our coverage will continue tonight at 6 o'clock. We'll put that number up for you at 6 o'clock. Virginia Summers has a message for her daughter's killer, what she has to say as our coverage continues.
Tonight, a man is under arrest after police tell us he was involved in a shooting and attempted robbery near the downtown canal. Police arrested 22-year-old Nathaniel Price yesterday. Investigators say that someone shot a man near Indiana Avenue and Michigan Street back in late May. The Marion County prosecutor recently charged Price with armed robbery and unlawful possession of a firearm by a serious violent felon. He was already serving time for a parole violation when they filed those new criminal charges against him. Still ahead on this Wednesday night, creating more affordable housing.
The new apartment complex that's now open here in Indianapolis, we're going to show it to you ahead at 5:30. Angela?
And Marie, temperatures in the 70s and 80s right now, but I have some 90s in your 7-day.
Calling for the president to drop out of the race for the White House.
We've got the celebrity now urging the Democratic Party to find another nominee. That story's next.